Hey everybody, it's Jeff here once again with Entrepreneur Essentials at T-Werx, and I'm here with my friend Alli, and she is going to talk a little bit about what she does. She has a really cool business, and I absolutely love her to death, and love what she does. It's just a really neat business in kind of the copy and storytelling field, which not a lot of people do well, and she does. So once again, always on our channel, right down below me is our subscription. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you see updates like this, because this was an unplanned interview today. You wouldn't have even known about it because we didn't even put it out on Facebook Live. This is kind of a bonus session with Alli, who's actually going to be doing some work with us with our Community Works program. And some of the interviews that you've been seeing from the Community Works side, she's actually going to be writing blogs about those and really digging deeper with those folks. And want to make sure that you stay on top of that a little bit. So you're not going to know unless you're subscribed to the channel. So Alli.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
So tell me a little bit about your journey as an entrepreneur. How did you get to where you are today?
So I have been a writer my whole life.
Okay.
I love writing. I did it from like time I was 3, like just writing poems to send to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I grew older and I discovered that I love acting.
Interesting.
So after I graduated from college, I wanted a job that was flexible where I could do writing but also pursue acting.
Mm-hmm.
So I worked for a tech company. It's a lot like Dropbox. It's called Spider Oak. And I did their marketing, and I loved writing, but tech really wasn't my passion. So I set out on my own to have my own marketing business, and so I could still have that flexibility, so I could still do theater. And I just took any job, anyone who needed help with their website, blogs, and I just took anything, and it took a couple years of trial and error to figure out I'm really passionate about personal development.
Okay.
And leadership and getting involved in the community.
Mm-hmm.
So I found I like working with nonprofits,
Okay.
coaches, healers, people who are really heart-centered and focused on service.
Okay.
So I really found my niche in creating content that helps inspire people to get involved, take action.
Mm-hmm.
And I've sort of morphed my two passions into I get to create animated videos, I get to do voiceovers, I get to teach workshops, I get to do all these cool performing things and help people and create content.
And get paid.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. Yeah.
It is.
Because acting doesn't always pay.
It doesn't, especially for projects with substance.
Exactly.
And so now I'm at this place where I'm just trying to find as many healers and nonprofits and coaches that I can who want to spread their message through digital content.
Okay.
They might need an animated video series to explain, leadership concepts, or blogs to highlight events that they're hosting, talk about what went well, what didn't, share advice. So that's where I'm at.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So talk me a little bit about how you work with a client, your typical client that you have.
So the first thing I do is I have a meeting with them to get to know them, to figure out exactly what their message is. And a lot of entrepreneurs don't really know.
No.
They know what they're good at and what they like doing, but I like to help focus on what is their story, what is the one thing, their core message, their core values.
Mhm.
And so I'll go through sort of a branding session with them to figure out what their core values are, what their mission is, what they stand for. And I learned the hard way to get all that done ahead of time.
Oh,
Because at first I'd just write a blog and they didn't really have a point. It's like,
Mhm.
what am I doing? They're like, I don't know. So
yeah.
that's sort of a requirement to get really solid on the mission first.
Mhm.
And so then we'll determine some goals, strategies to communicate their message.
Okay.
And then just have at it. Just start creating content. If it's
Nice.
weekly or if it's project-based, like for a website. And, we'll check in, see what's working, what's not, and see what their customer is like responding to the most.
Mhm.
A lot of entrepreneurs have trouble solidifying their target,
Mhm.
getting very specific. So finding not only who they want to work with, but who wants to work with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting that all figured out. So not only do I create content, but I provide strategy consulting. And I really like the puzzle of figuring out what works and what doesn't.
Yeah. Well, and I think just what your passion is telling that story.
Exactly.
And you get to tell a story by showing how people have gotten to where they're at.
Yeah, and I think it's really motivating and inspiring to hear the struggles that people go through. A lot of business owners just want to promote what goes right, but that's not real. That's not authentic. and showing a little bit of those, rough edges.
And the weaknesses. And,
Yeah.
it's not a weakness. It's just you actually powered through it, so it's
Yeah.
not a bad thing.
It's growth.
Mhm.
And so I love helping them get to that authentic place of putting themselves out there.
Mhm.
And I've been growing in the process of being more open with who I am and my business. And so that's my theme for this year.
I love
Is
this.
storytelling, not only telling other people's stories, but my story. And so this is a great way to start.
Ta-da! What's new and interesting in your business now?
I'm hosting more workshops.
Okay.
LinkedIn's my jam.
Okay.
I really feel like that's a great social media platform for entrepreneurs to connect with each other. Facebook is just so all over the place. But
And even more today after what they said today. So
yeah. So I'm hosting LinkedIn workshops. I am partnering with T-Werx.
Yes, you are.
To help with C-Werx, to help tell the stories of nonprofit professionals and what they do. I'm also, I just started an incubator program called Unincubator. It's amazing. I get to be part of the Women in Impact cohort.
Cool.
And we're all learning how to grow our businesses, how to make an impact in the community, and help each other out and learn and grow.
I love that.
So shout out to Liz Deering and her awesomeness. And so yeah, that's where I'm at. Just meeting new people, teaching new things.
Well, and I think I think it's super smart to go into the LinkedIn side of things because I think it's probably the most underutilized. I massively underestimated how powerful that medium is. And I even just putting a few blogs out recently, and the amount of response that I got that was thoughtful response. It wasn't just I like this and then I move on or whatever, or like it because I want to make you feel okay. It's a lot of thoughtful response to the articles, and
I agree.
I thought it was shocking to me that I had expected people were as busy as I am and they just don't even look at it. But I think more people use LinkedIn than I had even anticipated.
Absolutely. I think that LinkedIn goes beyond like the superficiality of Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn gives entrepreneurs the opportunity to actually expand beyond their audience. Because Facebook, if you've got a company page, it only shows it to 5% of your following. If you don't boost posts or pay for ads. So with LinkedIn, you can post something for free, and people who are outside of your network can see it. And it's got so many opportunities. LinkedIn Pro Finder, I've been using that a lot.
Okay.
I highly recommend it. It's got so many different features. So use it.
Yeah, use it. That's your thing. And if you don't know how to use it, find one of her workshops, and she will teach you how to do that. And we had an event out here this last, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Alli did a presentation, and then came in and did all day long one-on-one sessions with people. And I heard nothing but wonderful things of people talking about, oh my God, I didn't know this, and I didn't know that, and she taught me this and that. So this lady knows what she's talking about.
Well, thank you. I'm a collector of knowledge, and I love to share it. I love researching, and I feel like a lot of people don't have the time to really know the best practices, and I'm happy to share. So
Awesome.
call me.
Okay, fast 5 questions now.
All right.
All right, first question. You wake up in the morning, business is totally gone. You have a laptop computer, $500 in your pocket, place to live, food to eat. What do you do first?
I think I would be recording my rap album. I'm also a comedic rapper as part of my acting, and I have a lot that I want to get out there through music. Like, music is a part of content that a lot of entrepreneurs don't think about, and so that's what I would be doing.
I
is
love
recording raps.
That is the first one I've ever heard. That is awesome. That is you too. That is so you. So, what's your biggest entrepreneurial mistake you've ever made?
I think not trusting my passion.
Okay.
I did all of the things that are smart to make money, and
What you're supposed to do.
and it just didn't feel right. And once I started really tapping into my passions and my heart and my art, opportunities just start coming out of nowhere. And it just feels so much better and so much more rewarding. And the entrepreneurs I work with who really know who they are and what they love doing, they're the most successful ones. And most of my clients are coaches, and that's what they teach, is be you, be yourself. And so I say that was my biggest mistake, was not trusting myself, getting caught up in the should and best of what other people say. And there's not really one way to do business. There's so many different options.
Well, and doing something completely different and being a disruptor.
Yes.
Yeah, it might not feel right to everybody else, but too bad. That's why I'm a disruptor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and to be comfortable with your approach to business. I think to embrace that, because not everyone's going to fit in the same box. And if you don't find a path, make one.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what I learned.
See, if the job or the business isn't out there, then make the business.
Yes.
Because it'll work if your passion is towards it.
Yes. And overcoming fear. That was a big one.
That is a huge one. That's my friend Joe Serio definitely is the one. He teaches on how to overcome fear. That's what he does. So what's a good book that you would recommend for an entrepreneur?
Right now, I'm reading How to Be a Boss, BAWSE, by Lily Singh. She's a YouTube content creator, and it's just like 1 or 2 page sections of little points about tips to owning your power and trusting yourself. Being an entrepreneur, it's all about overcoming that fear, and it's just a good motivating tool of really getting focused on your goals, how to reach them, not letting distractions get in the way, and being not a boss in terms of delegating, managing, but conquering and owning it.
I love that.
Yeah.
What's a good tool that you use in your business every day that you might recommend to somebody out there?
Asana.
Okay.
ASANA. It is an amazing project management tool. I require it for all of my clients.
Good.
So we can set deadlines. A lot of times with content creation, I need a logo or a creative brief or something, and so it makes it really easy to say, I need this document by this day. These are the subtasks to get this project done, and who's responsible for this, who needs to do this, and you can send files, have conversations, there's a calendar, color coding. It makes project manage so much easier. So yeah.
And it's free.
Yes.
Which is even better. It's my favorite price.
Yes.
How do people get a hold of you?
Call me, email me. My website is alliblotter.com, ALLIBLOTTER. alliblotter@gmail.com. If you've got questions about content, strategy, LinkedIn, if you have a story to tell and need help, I'm happy to help. Reach out anytime, and let's create together.
I love it. I don't even need to say anymore. That was perfect. So folks, I can't tell you how much I enjoy being with Alli, and definitely she's what she says she is. She comes to play, and I highly recommend it. If you're having a hard time, especially on the content side, maybe on your website, and it just doesn't seem like the website is saying who you are, this is the person that can help you to really get that story out of you and pull it out of you and get it on paper or get it on internet at that point. So once again, make sure that you subscribe to the channel right down below me, and you will get these things and updates, because like I said, this was a bonus session. We hadn't planned this today, and she just happened to be here and we made this video. So if you didn't see a Facebook Live for it, it's because we didn't do it. It surprised you with this one. So if you're not a subscriber, you probably wouldn't even know this one popped up. So once again, have a great week, and we will see you here next week.